Hello and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today we're talking about faith and productivity belief. How does your level of belief, your level of faith in what you are doing, your level of belief and faith in who you are and what you are, how does that impact your level of productivity? This is such an important topic. In many ways, as my friend Dwight Tribble says, it's everything. So thanks for being here. If you are new to the show, you can go to productivethroughjoy.com and see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being more productive through joy. We offer a very innovative, narrative-based approach because everyone's life has told a story in their past. Everyone's life is currently telling a story, and everyone's life will, in the future, tell a story as well. So we like to examine the story that you have been telling, are telling, and ultimately the story you would like to tell with your life. So you can go to, again, productivethroughjoy.com to see about us. Or simply become a subscriber on the show. Get all of these videos for free. I did say free. 1, 2, 3, 4, free. And holla at us. All right. Before we move on, I should probably say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I am the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown was murdered. God bless that young man's family. Also, the parents know that of which I speak watching the show right now. Also, bless young brother Luca, young cat in Florida who was assaulted by the police for recording them doing what they do. So, you know, yeah. I should also say that I'm the author what did I say? Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called my people, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the brand new book which came out in April. Americas came out in October. This came out in April. Animating Black and Brown Liberation: A Theory of American Literatures, which really examines the intersection of activism and literature in American literature. So I'm on tour for those last. I'm on tour for those last two books, Animating Black and Brown Liberation in America. So I'm probably coming to a town near you. I'll be in Vermont at the Brattleboro Literary Festival. I'll be in Kentucky at the Kentucky Literary Festival. I'll be in Chicago at Northern Illinois University, which is just outside of Chicago. I'm coming to you. I'll be here in California at the Pasadena Lit Fest. So look for me on social media. Look for me in media. If you see me, holla at me. All right, let's hang out, have some coffee, have some tea, have a drink, kick it. So thanks for being here. Again, today, I should also say that my educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature is from the University of California at Riverside. I am currently a professor of English lit at LMU here in Los Angeles. I'm an expert at being productive, all right? I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity, given how crazy my own personal narrative is. I am the product of a young girl who was assaulted as a young girl, gave birth to me, it's a very tough situation, gave birth to me at the age of 17 and subsequently gave me up for adoption to an amazing single divorcee, yet at the time no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Cool Modi famously said, how you like me now, right? And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, we know that many of you can as well. And that's what really inspires the show, inspires me personally. We love to help people help themselves. And listen, especially those who come from challenge. You know, when people like us can make it, when we can have success, it just gives people hope that they can too. You know, we like to offer inspiration, and not like in a self-aggrandizing way, but just because I need inspiration, and I know that people need inspiration. So there it is, boom. So today, guys, we're talking about faith and productivity, belief, your belief in yourself, your belief in your project, your belief in your partners, your team, and how that particular belief, that faith impacts your productivity. So let's dive in. So point one is that you want to have a sense of what you believe in. I mean, you want to have an understanding of what you're placing your stock, your trust in, right? And how does one go about doing that? Well, one goes about doing that by really considering what you think and know to be true, right? And it's best seen, I'm being a little amorphous here, it's best seen through example. So I know that through science, through reading, through my own experience, that there's just one thing, essentially. We call it energy, we call it God, we call it, you can choose your own nomenclature. But there's just one thing, and that thing is everywhere, including inside of you, including inside of me. It doesn't change, it just changes forms. It's always been here, it's primordial, it's that thing. And I am knowing and believe, I have faith that that thing is, that powerful thing, I'll just call it God for now, is inside of me, right? And so that all powerful thing that the actual sun is also made out of is also inside of me. So I believe and know as I tap into that power inside of myself, that I can do what that great energy, that great God, that great thing, that great original thing can do, which is to create. So I have 100% faith in that, absolutely. And so as a result, that's my foundation, right? That the living God is everywhere, and everywhere includes inside Michael Datcher. So as I go in through meditation, through prayer, through other modes of spiritual practice, through yoga, I'm cultivating that relationship with the God inside of myself, and able to do what God can do, which is to create, manifest what people would call miracles. Not because I'm amazing, because anyone can do it, because that God is not a respecter of persons. It's everywhere, right? You just have to tap into it, and you have to believe it. So again, I'm not saying believe what I believe. I'm saying that's my example. That's what I know without a doubt to be true. That's my faith, right? And so you want to think about what you believe in. That's point one. You want to figure that out. That's pretty important stuff. Point two is that you want to act on those beliefs. I had a really interesting weekend because I said that just now. I have this great belief in God is everywhere, but my actions haven't consistently shown that, right? Haven't supported that belief. Although I know that to be true, but because of fear and doubt and just distracted by life, I haven't acted consistently enough for me anyway, in ways that demonstrate that faith. So the point is that I made a decision to start doing that, and I'm doing it now, right? So you want to place your faith into action, and as they say in the Christian time and context, you want to add those deeds to your faith, right? Faith and deeds. That combination is what it's all about. You have to put in the work. So as I say in my system, so Jah can move, which goes right into point three. As you begin to combine your faith and deeds, your faith and action, your belief and action, you letting Jah move by doing your part in the process, I am knowing that miracles, things that people would call miracles, just an outpouring, an outward expression of the power of God, but what people would call miracles are happening now, right? I see it, I've seen it in my own life, I know that is how it happens. But that's because I have belief and faith in that particular thing. What I'm saying to you is whatever you decide to believe in, that which doesn't hurt people or violate kind of universal law and principles, like killing people. You may have belief in killing people. You don't do that. That's not what you want to be doing. But I think I'm being clear what I'm saying. You want to be, as you begin to adhere and cohere with a belief that is pro-planet, pro-human being, and then you place action behind that belief, you are going to see an absolute uptick in your productivity. That's a guarantee. That's a law. And it's happening right now. Thanks for being here. Boom goes the dynamite. All right, this show airs each weekday morning, hella early at 4:45 a.m. Now, here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 on Facebook. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.